Hello everyone, this is Body Clubbings and welcome back to Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. In the last episode, we saw the little exposition in the infirmary where we found out that Quark was given the Accelavir because Kay and Alice are decent people compared to Dio. Kind of, although Kay's still a douche. And then we found out we were able to use the memory card in the infirmary, and we heard an audio recording. Something about a test site and fake on Mars and 6 billion people dying and the Radical Six. Yeah, it's an interesting little story there, but I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't want to say something wrong on accident. Because I do know more than I should. But yeah, so now we had just convinced Tenmyouji to vote ally, because if he doesn't, if he votes betray and we vote ally, then we die. And we're not going to betray him because then Clover will escape. And she's like, oh, no way, I will never flirt with you, ew. But look at this heifer. Look at how she's standing and how she's looking at him. Girl, I see right through you. You are so predictable. Wait, no. Sorry. Not what I meant to click. Oh, Clover. Why are you like this? What's up?
Could you pick betray for me?
No. What?
I mean, I could try and, tackle you.
Mm-hmm, sure.
But you're so big and strong, you'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
Yep. Yeah, well, he was saying he was gonna be disappointed if she didn't seduce him. She's doing it, bro. Are you happy now?
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back.
Liar.
If you just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Anything? Sigma, no! You're thinking with the wrong head, bro.
Yep. Anything.
Please, sir.
So think carefully, okay? If you choose ally, you're trusting him with your life.
Yeah, if he chooses betray, it's all over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but if I choose betray, you'll get 9 BP and you'll F the F out, won't ya? Think I don't know how you're thinking, you little brat?
Are you really, really sure you can trust that old fart?
Hey now, that's not very nice.
The only safe choice is to pick betray.
But if he chooses ally and we don't...
Then I'll have 9 BP.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need to worry about that.
Oh, really?
Even if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself. I mean, Alice wouldn't have 9 points yet.
That doesn't matter. She would tell you to go, like she did that one time.
And I can't leave her behind.
Mm-mm.
Please? Will you pick betray?
20 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes.
She is slick. The voting machine was in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Tenmyouji and pick ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and get a favor in return? Perverted Sigma is thinking right now. No.
If you just pick betray
Dude, we
for
just
me,
saw this.
then I'll listen to anything you say.
Stop it. Stop. Dirty man. In the end, there was only one possible answer. For the sake of my dick. Bruh.
3, 2, 1.
Bruh, you're such a fool. You're such a fool. Oh, you dirty, dirty man. Nah, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. We ain't a fool, okay? Screw you,
Round
Clover.
2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
I'd rather die. I'd rather die than be a pervert.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Okay.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Here we go.
Results from round 2. Please direct your...
Okay. Oh, Alice is awake? Ah, they were decent. Uh-huh. Yeah! Yeah! Everybody was good. Yes. I knew it. I knew Dio would be a piece of shit and betray. Oh, you're so smart, Fi. You're so smart. OMG. Alice and Kay were decent human beings. And so was Tenmyouji. Yeah. Take that, Clover.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Screw you, Dio.
Looks like you managed to trust me.
Well, it seems like I made the right choice. Yay, you're not a douche.
Only did what I said I would.
You really helped me out. Thanks.
I could say the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. See, Clover? I don't need you. I've got a sexy old man in Tenmyouji. How about that, Clover? You didn't know I swing both ways. She's mad. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased.
That was a bad choice, Sigma. And after I told you I'd listen to anything you said.
Dude, I don't care.
Oh well, whatever.
She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. Across the room, Dio and Fi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Don't give me that. You know exactly what I was doing. I knew you weren't stupid enough to pick Ally. You'd defend yourself with Betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went too?
Why do you care?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
Yes, we did indeed enter together. When the doors opened, however, she left, somewhat unsteadily, in the direction of the cyan door.
Why? And uh-oh, unsteadily you say. Oh, Alice, not again.
She left the warehouse?
Indeed.
Without even checking the results?
Correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Indeed.
And you two still choose Ally.
Shut up, Dio.
Man, what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so. Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
I'm very surprised, actually. I'm proud of you, Kay.
Where did Alice run off to?
I have a bad feeling she went to the crew quarters again.
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired. Perhaps she went to one of the cabins to rest.
Oh, well, I guess that would make sense.
An ominous rumble filled the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want?
That means the star keys can be used to play the AB game any number of times. If I understood that announcement correctly, that is.
That's good.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair in solo is time to top around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. You guys all show me your bracelets. I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Am I with Alice this time? Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Maybe I'm a solo this time. Huh. Looks like all the colors are weird. Clover is a cyan pair, and Phi's a magenta pair, but Tenmyouji's a yellow pair.
The three solos are red, green, and blue. K's red, Dio's green, and you're blue.
Then how are we supposed to group up for the chromatic doors? Yeah, I'm solo. I think they're gonna be white this time.
Ah, yes. Dio told me about them. Very interesting.
Yeah, they're white, all of them. I had a good look while I was waiting for Sigma to show up down in the warehouse.
You should have seen them too, Phi.
Yeah, I did. You're talking about the doors in the Floor B warehouse, right?
Yeah. So, lay it on us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Phi nodded and began to explain. Option A. Tenmyouji yellow and me blue would form one group. Phi magenta and Dio green would form another group. Clover cyan and K red would form the third.
Huh? Wait, you mean there's only one option?
Yeah. There's no other way we can group up to make white.
Okay.
Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets, so we don't know for sure what their colors are. But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
Yep. So they'll be yellow, magenta, and cyan, right?
Right.
So I have to go with Tenmyouji and someone else.
Alright, what now? We've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
Yeah, about an hour it looks like.
I'm gonna go find Alice.
Of course. I'll come with you then.
Clover gave her a shrug, and the two of them headed out through the cyan door.
Do I really need to say it?
The infirmary, right? You're going to go check on Quark.
Yeah.
He gave me a nod and trotted out through the yellow door. He needs to finish telling us the story, though. Or explanation, or whatever. That left only three of us. Dio, K, and myself. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to the lounge and have a drink. You wanna tag along, Kay?
Are you making fun of me?
He can't
I find
drink.
it rather hard to drink with this mask on.
Right, of course. My bad. Well, I'm out. Later.
With a lazy wave of his hand, Dio slouched off toward the magenta door. Sometimes I wish he wasn't a bad guy. Just because he's kind of funny. It took me a moment to realize Kay was following him. Oh?
Hey, what is this? You following me?
No, you must be mistaken. I hope to investigate Floor B further. There are still several rooms I haven't visited.
Okay. You don't have to tell me your life story. See ya.
Go ahead and follow him for sure. Their conversation ended as they reached the door and stepped through it. Dio was lying, though. He could have been up to no good, for real. Alright, what should I do?
Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
Of course. I need to get the rest of that story out of Tenmyouji. There we go. The words were scarcely out of my mouth before I set off at a dead run down the hallway and toward the infirmary. Let's-a go! Huh? There's nobody here. The room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the partition. There he was, Tenmyouji. He was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture? I must have made some small noise because he suddenly looked up, saw me, and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket. Sketchy. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Nosy! Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all of the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Why were you hiding it?
Why should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Anyway, where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the rest.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
Dude, I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be.
Bruh.
Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal, but you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, all right? You remember so much you told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all. Tell me now.
You really sure you want to know?
Huh?
Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut. Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you? You sure you want that?
Hey, come on. You don't need to threaten me. Stop scaring me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am. Oh. Uh-oh. Bad news. Before I could, Fa exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear. What happened now?
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice is...
Mm-hmm.
Look, just come with me, all right? She's in the number 2 cabin.
Without waiting for a response, Fi spun around and ran back out of the room. So it's just Alice? Tenmyouji and I exchanged a quick, confused look, then leapt up and took off after her. Because before it was Alice and Luna. He did call her a bleeding heart. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. He could have killed her. I felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. She might have done it herself, though. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No, why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Poor Alice. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad. We don't actually know anything yet. Dude, she's dead. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Sigma, come on now. Then at last I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. I'm glad we don't have to see her face, honestly. No. No, it's not true. Why? Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Oof. Judging by the position of its handle, she'd been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest, and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath. This part, if this was 999, would have been so gruesome. Luna, you're alive! All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Games participants, except, of course, for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. We need proof. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? Would their hands have blood on it? With luminol we could find out. The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak. I mean, we already did the luminol thing before.
Who did this? Say something! Answer me! Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed. Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Probably.
Are you nuts?
If she didn't do it herself, then Dio did it.
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Not this time.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened!
Oh.
If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Oh. That's kind of sad.
Hey, Clover. Don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you?
Girl.
It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards!
Bruh. Do it! Prove it somehow! She's crazy! Oh, we know this from experience.
You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7...
Ooh.
Clover! 6, 5, 4...
Clover!
3, 2, 1...
Oh, what's this? What's happening? What's happening? Oh? Are we remembering a different timeline right now? About the journal? Because I don't think we have it in this one, right? Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. And I feel like at this point they didn't know that. Okay. Tell her. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. Probably. She took her own life.
What? No. No, there's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well, the infirmary.
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
So, she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so. You're lying!
But why'd she come all the way to the crew quarters? Why is this her favorite place to die, apparently?
This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth!
I am.
Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do. Do we? We don't have any on us, though. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Fine, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Well, at least he knows how to be respectful for now. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. I'm sorry, wouldn't other people... I know they're kind of shocked when they're because of everything going on. Wouldn't your first thing be like, wait a minute, Sigma, how do you know there's a journal there? You didn't go to the lab. Like, realistically. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There it was. The journal. Phi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise. Aha!
Yeah, it is Latin. But translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216. There goes that memory of his.
Huh?
Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Phi's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page.
I'm gonna think you're Zero, dude.
How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
Dude. I just knew.
You just knew. Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? You have no room to talk, Fi. You did the same crap when we first met. Clover wants to hear what it has to say, right?
Yeah.
She's a little thrown off. She can't keep threatening if they're doing their own thing.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal, which we've heard before. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. One of the symptoms is overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown they will probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication. No one's been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns filled with corpses. Uninfected, only barely managed to survive. Underground shelters.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Fi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyouji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated. She collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs. Oof.
We've got a problem.
Well, we'll find out what that problem is in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. We got some good old twists and turns going on. I like to see some differences though on the pathways, to see that Luna's not dead and to see that we all figured out that it was Radical 6 and all of that. That's pretty good. That's some juicy stuff. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure to ring the bell for notifications for new episodes. You can follow me on Twitch, where I stream every week, and also follow me on Twitter for updates. Until next time, have a nice day. Adios!